Alright, hi guys. Turn my straightener on. So this is my first video. Like I've said in a few of my posts, most of my videos are probably gonna be hair. I'm not big on makeup. I wear just basic makeup. A few things I've got right here. I've got my primer, my eyeshadow. I don't really do contour. I just use a this? It is a bronzer. I think it's a bronzer. Yeah, it's a bronzer. I use bronzer as contour instead of actual contour. I don't use highlighter or anything like that. I've got my basic face powder and mascara, basic stuff like that. The more I do my makeup, I think I get better at it each time. Like, especially, the only thing that I have issues with is like finding the right kind of concealer and foundation, which, I don't use concealer, but the foundation I'm using, it's 2-in-1 foundation and concealer, and I only use it for foundation. I have hella bags under my eyes. I am a mom and a wife, but I see the point of concealer, but it's hard to find the color that I need. So I've tried, I just don't use it, can't find the right colors for me. I'm not like a professional or anything, and I don't use like only one type of brand or like the big brands. Like this is my concealer and my foundation. It's Milani Conceal Plus Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, and most of the time I just find whatever's cheapest. This, I found it on Amazon. It's my mascara, and I absolutely love it. Most of the time I only wear mascara. I already break out a lot, and makeup breaks me out a lot more, so I try not to wear it often. But sometimes I, feel myself like every other woman. So this is what I use mascara wise. It is Lash Princess Essence. It gives you a false lash effect, which it's one of those that gives you the basic false lashes, like the basic false lash effect, not one of those dramatic. That's another thing. I have never worn false lashes. I think I've worn them once. That was my prom, and no, I don't even think I worn them because I couldn't find anybody to put them on me, and I don't put them on. I can't. Most of the time I don't wear lipstick or anything like that. I just wear chapstick. So the eyeshadow palette that I use is the City Mini palette. It's from Maybelline, and this is what the colors look like, which I'm more of a lighter and light brown color wearer. And literally I use another thing, my brows suck. I think it's been about 4 months since I last got them done. I don't do them myself. I don't know how to do them, and I don't like put anything on them or anything. So sometimes I brush them out, which this isn't even the right brush. But my eyeshadow brush, it doesn't really say, it's just Bestoup brand, I'm guessing that's how you say it. Which is a basic eyeshadow brand. That's the only one that I use. I use the blusher brush. I don't know what brand it is. And then this is for my contour. It's an e.l.f. brush. And then I use the powder brush, of course, for my powder. This is the primer that I use. It's the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser from Maybelline. And then this is my bronzer, and it's All Over Glow Ruby Kisses. And the color is Deep Glow. It's like perfect for contouring, for me at least. So I've got my my straightener heating up, and I just started doing this, but I get my beauty blender soaked to the point to where it expands. And I always do my makeup first. I used to do my hair and just pretty much say screw it, but I kind of realized that doing makeup before hair is like a lot easier, and you don't get, you can get makeup in your hair no matter which way you do it, but I don't like putting my hair up after I finish doing my hair, and I like putting my hair up whenever I'm doing my makeup, so it's not in my face. So I just do my makeup before my hair. So starting off with makeup, that's a lot. No, it's not. I do my primer, and I absolutely hate the feeling of primer. Like, it feels so oily, and they need to, I don't know if they make it with this scent, but so far the baby skin primer has I don't even know, I guess I could say a chemical smell to it, and I don't really like it. I'm trying to get to that point to where I can do like really good, like I said, my only issue is finding the right color, foundation, and the brand. And when it comes to foundation, I'd rather wear stuff that is like, what's it called? The full coverage, but I cannot for the life of me find a non-expensive or one that doesn't break your bank or your pocket brand foundation that is full coverage. But I wish I could find one, because I'd love to cover up like all my blemishes and stuff, and I break out a lot, especially after having maybe just 6 months ago. But I know that there's a lot of like Ulta or Sephora or places like that do like they can figure out your color and pretty much make foundation for you based on like what you want, what you wear. But I haven't really thought about doing that, and I don't know why. It's something I'd probably be interested in doing, but it's just really hard for me to, being a mom. I mean, I know a lot of women are moms, especially a lot of you guys, but I'm also one of those where my son's like just starting to sleep at night, and he's just gotten to the point to where like he'd go to sleep at 9 at night, and then he'd wake up around 8, 9 in the morning, and then I just got back from the States with him, and that's when he started going to sleep at night. But he did good when we got back here, and then when we got out of quarantine and got to the apartment, one night he went from sleeping all night, and then he started waking up or going to sleep between 3 to 5 in the morning, and then waking up at like 1, 2 in the afternoon. And getting a baby back on a sleeping schedule, especially one as young as him, is frustrating and hard, even with tips from other parents or whatever. But he just started going to bed like two days ago around 1 in the morning, and then he'll sleep until probably about 7 or 8 in the morning, and then he'll want a bottle, and then he'll go back to sleep, and then sleep till probably around lunch. So with his sleep schedule, it's kind of hard to really do anything. And that's another thing. We live in South Korea, and I've always said that I wanted to travel around the world and all that kind of stuff, and we're finally getting that option. But having a baby and his sleeping schedule being so messed up like it is, stressful, and my sleeping schedule is screwed up because of his. So I'm either sleeping or, just being out of it for the day. And most of the time, the way it goes is with his sleeping schedule, I'll be asleep when he actually goes to sleep for the night or for the day. So most of the time, my schedule during the day and night is I sleep during the day and I'm awake at night, and I hate it. So far, the only things that we've done in Korea really is we've went to Sakcho, which is about an hour and a half, 2 hours from here, and it's a pretty nice place. We went back in I think it was like May, maybe. And it was like we went, I don't know what hotel we stayed at or what part we went to, but we went and we stayed at a hotel, and that was like a last minute decision. So we ended up staying at a hotel there. It was kind of a nice hotel. It was supposed to be a newer hotel, but we got there and the front of it, like the lobby, is gorgeous. I'm talking about this nice piano, like big piano. I mean, they have a full-on bar and everything in there. All that kind of stuff, and the lobby itself is nice. And you get to the bedrooms, and the rooms are kind of like really, really old. They smell like cigarette smoke, and no offense to the older people, but to old people, that's what it smelled like. I mean, you know, when you walk into like your grandparents' house or whatever, and there's that, like, just like that scent, and especially if they smoke, there's the add-on of the cigarette smoke, and that's what it smelled like in the bedrooms. That and a mixture of mold. But I know mold is very, like, is known in Korean houses and stuff. So, yeah. We went, I'm not sure where exactly it was, but we went out there and we went hiking. And the hiking, I loved it. It was great. It was fun. It was gorgeous. Completely gorgeous. And very baby friendly, actually. Not stroller friendly, but if your baby's, like, if you baby carry or stuff like that, it's easy. That's what we did. Me and my husband took turns and we carried him in his carrier, but he was only like a month. I don't even think a full month yet, but he did great. We were gonna go, or we did go to the beach, and the one thing I didn't like about where we went was the beach. It's during the summer. The beach was nice, but they were doing construction, and on a pier that they had out there. We went to Sokcho Beach, and yeah, they were doing the construction on the pier, and with it still being summer and the weather still being great, you wouldn't think it'd be as cold as it was, but at the same time, we were like a few hundred feet up in a mountain, so that's kind of to be expected. But I mean, we wore bathing suits hoping that it wouldn't be cold, but we ended up being cold anyways. So me and my son stayed in the car most of the time. My husband did a little bit of walking before we got in the car. We did a little bit of walking around like the few shops that were around there, and they had like one restaurant where they had corn dogs that were fried, and not corn dog batter, but potatoes, like hash browns. They were fried and covered in hash browns. Surprisingly really good, especially with ketchup. We enjoyed ourselves. And then they had those I don't remember what it was called, like an English bus. I don't remember exactly what the bus was called, but it's like known in England. I think it was England. And we were able to tour that, which was actually pretty fun. But yeah, like I've been saying, with the baby as small as he was, yeah. Okay, so I'm talking a lot. The eyeshadow that I used that one for my first color, and then this is that's the one that I used. It gives you like a more of a golden, like a light golden hue. And then what I do after I get done with those two colors is I will use this one and kind of somewhat put it in the corner of my eye and kind of try. I mean, I'm not good at blending, but it ends up coming out good. I like blend it towards in my inner eye. And it's a little bit darker than I wanted it, but I also have a little trick whenever I get done with my eyeshadow to like lighten it up a little bit if I do it too dark. And most of the time when I do my eyeshadow, I mean, this is exactly what I do just about every time that I do my eyeshadow. I use the same color, I do the same technique. But doing the same technique, even with the same colors, it helps me get better at doing eyeshadow. I've definitely noticed a difference between me doing my makeup now versus me doing my makeup 6 months ago. Like, practice makes perfect. And there's a lot of people that do good makeup really good, like a lot, but even if they do makeup really good, it's still not perfect. I mean, there's still gonna be flaws, it's normal. Wrong color. Oops. So I go from using this color to, I don't have much of this color left. I do a little bit of this in the crease of my eye too, or in the corner. Give it a little bit more darker shade. And don't put too much of it. I'm not big on doing dark makeup on myself. If I get dark makeup done, I'd rather have it done professionally, because like I said, I'm not really that good at eyeshadow, but it's just really fun to do. And being able to have this kind of time to myself afterwards, I did this one and did the same thing that I did with the last two, except for I had a lot less. But getting to have this little bit of me time is kind of great, because I don't really get much me time unless it's to take a shower or do my baking or clean the house, and I'm literally cleaning the house every day. And one thing I hate about living in the apartments on post is that you're not supposed to mop, because it can screw up the floors. And when I was pregnant, one of the things that I loved was to be able to mop my floor. And when I mopped, I had to have a certain scent and brand of mopping solution, and it was always the Fabuloso lavender. And even that was kind of how I was washing my clothes too. I had to have the lavender scented Tide Pods, because I don't know, lavender is just one of those things that, like, I loved the scent of while pregnant, and ever since then I still love the smell of lavender. Whenever I get through with my basic colors, I dust my eyes off a little bit, and like I squeeze the brush together to make it lighter, and there we go. And then once I'm done with the dark colors, I do this one. It's like a pink, like kind of like a rose gold glitter. Doesn't really look glittery on your eye, but it's still really pretty. And then I put it right here. And then once I get through with my finger, I take the same eyeshadow brush that I used to do my eyeshadow. I wipe it off, and I kind of blend it all in. And it's not too dark, not too light, it's basic. And with the color of my eyes, I absolutely love it makes my eyes pop more, and I absolutely love that. Like, that's kind of what I go to look for whenever I'm trying, like, to pick out eyeshadow colors. I go for stuff that makes my eyes pop. And it's not hard to do that when you have blue eyes. So lastly, I do my powder, and I've tried the whole translucent powder and this, like, all that kind of stuff, but I'm not exactly sure what the translucent powder does. So someone can tell me, like, or give me tips on, like, eyeshadow, like, brushes and different types of stuff that so far you've seen that I haven't used. I'd absolutely love it, because like I said, I'm not too worried about makeup as I don't wear it much, but I would love to have the option to, like, do really good with my makeup and, like, all that kind of stuff. And then mascara, and most of the time try to get as close to the corner of my eyes as possible without getting eyeshadow everywhere. And I don't use an eyelash curler because my eyelashes don't seem to work or to curl right whenever I use one, and it's just uncomfortable to do. So plus this mascara, like, it gives you that kind of already curled, like naturally curly lashes effect on top of the false lash effect. But I did notice someone was doing, I seen a video yesterday, and someone was doing their makeup, and they had a little tool that I did not know existed. That they brushed their mascara or their eyelashes when they get through with their mascara, and it gets the clumps out and it separates your eyelashes. And that's definitely something that I would love to try. I think all of my makeup products, except for my mascara, literally all of them came from Walmart or the dollar store or Brookshire's. This came from Brookshire's. This is another eyeshadow palette I have. It is the Milani Gilded Nude eyeshadow palette. And I also got this from Brookshire's. And there's a lot of pretty colors in there. But everything else came from Walmart or the dollar store. Most of the time the dollar store, because back in the States, I live in Texas, and where I live at, there is a Family Dollar and a Dollar Tree, and there's like 2 restaurants and a nail salon between the two of them too. Like, that's how close together they are. And they're like literally 5 minutes down the road from my house. So compared to Walmart being about 25 minutes from my house. And yeah, most days I don't want to drive, so I just go right down the road to the dollar store or Family Dollar instead of going almost 30 minutes away to Walmart. When I do finish all of my makeup, I take like a rag or paper towel or something and get all the excess foundation off of my lips, which, even though I do that when I put on powder and foundation, I end up still getting a lot on my lips. And then I apply, which, by the way, this I also got from Amazon, and it came with 3. It was a s'mores package. It came with the marshmallow, the chocolate, and the graham cracker. I use the marshmallow because it just smells so good. I love anything vanilla, and it smells exactly like marshmallows. The chocolate smells exactly like chocolate, and the graham crackers, I'm not really a fan of that. They don't really, I don't know, I can't really think of anything I can compare the smell to, but it does not smell like graham crackers or anything close to graham crackers. Okay, I'm setting enough to turn my straightener on. So my hair is a mess. I took a shower yesterday, got out of the shower, towel dried it, left it in a towel for a little bit, and slept in it. So my hair is a mess. And having my hair in a ponytail for so long, I've got a headache now. And I think I've got a few knots in my hair from having it in a ponytail after not brushing it or doing it. Yep, I got knots. Or doing anything like that to it. So, which I rarely ever do anything to my hair. The only time I do anything with my hair is when we go out and explore, actually get out to do something, or we go like on a date, or and most of the time I straighten it. I used to curl it every time I did it, which was like every other day, but I'm kind of waiting for my hair to get longer, which it's growing so slow, but it's already almost completely fried. Because when I was in the States, I went and got it done, and my hair was completely healthy. Like, I hadn't dyed it. I mean, I went to the States the day after my son turned 2 months old, and I hadn't dyed it. I box dyed it once while I was pregnant, And then the last time I got it done was like a week before I found out I was pregnant. So I've always been one of those that dyed my hair a lot, like a lot. And most of the time I went from dark to light, or dark to like a dark crazy color like blue or purple. But I hadn't dyed it. Like, the last time I dyed it before I was pregnant was, I don't even remember. I got it professionally done to like an ashy brown color, which surprisingly looked good on me, because my natural color is a mix of strawberry blonde and dirty blonde. I didn't start growing hair until I was about 8 years old, and when I finally started growing hair, it was like white as can be, but all of my siblings were like that. And then when I finally started having color to it, it was strawberry blonde, and then the order that I got, it slowly turned into dirty blonde. But I haven't had my natural color since I was little. But my hair hasn't always been this short. This is the longest my hair has been since I was about 11, maybe 13. When I was about that age, it was down to my butt. But my hair was so thin that you could see my scalp, and that was an issue. So and then when I was little, I had really bad health issues, and I didn't need to keep my the back of my neck covered, because I'd pass out a lot. And my doctor told my mom and them to cut my hair, and it would help it, because once you cut your hair for like the first time ever, it thickens up and it grows out thicker, which is apparently what the doctor told my parents. So they did that, and my hair's not thick, but like not thick enough to need to be thinned out, but it's thick enough. I can straighten my hair in maybe 20-30 minutes, maybe. So I do like the fact that it doesn't take long to do my hair, but I do really miss my long hair. I can't really do much with it, as short as it is. So, and it would be a lot longer if when I was younger, if I wouldn't have thought that a bob looked so good on me, because when I was younger, that was pretty much the haircut that I kept. I kept a bob, and it looked good, but the older I get, the more I realize that it didn't look that good. And like, I recently got one like right before my son was born, and it looked good. I'm just not one of those types that will go with short hair, because I'm one of those that apparently there's this thing where like if you have like a not really a long neck, but like I don't know how to explain it. It's like earrings. Like, apparently wearing like big hoops in your ears makes it look like you have a long neck, but I've never had an issue with that. That's how my hair works though. So having short hair makes me look like I have a long neck, and I just love having long hair, and literally this has been the longest it has been in years. And pregnancy helped me out a lot with that, even though I've cut it since I was pregnant. Or I didn't really cut it, I trimmed it. I got like maybe 1/4 of an inch cut off back in the States. So this is my first video. I'm just gonna do basics. So I'm just gonna straighten it. And I have a very somewhat weird way of sectioning out my hair whenever I do it, but I'm kind of a perfectionist when it comes to straightening my hair. I want every piece to be straight and not like lumpy or anything like that, or wavy. So I've had this straightener for about 2 years now. It is a Remington straightener. That's what it looks like. And the buttons are right here. So the power button, the lower the thing button, and then the higher, or high, make the, yeah, you know what I mean. This right here shows the temperature, and it goes up to 410. Oh no, I'm pressing the power button. And it goes down to 310. But I'm one of those weird ones, so I put mine all the way up to 410. Even though I know that I shouldn't. I don't usually use a heating spray, which I can't find one that doesn't make my hair oily, but I have used this. It's an all-in-one spray. It's Tresemme. It's got between washes, style refresh. It hydrates, it smooths, and it protects. So it's like a heating spray, but it also does a few different things. But the few times that I've used it, I ended up not liking it because it worked or made my hair feel like I caked it in hairspray. And yeah, it just says spray a few pumps directly on the dry hair, style as desired. And yeah, tried that. I don't like hairspray, especially ones that give you that feeling of like you sprayed or caked your hair in hairspray. So I don't use it unless I'm like doing something or going somewhere like fancy and I'm wanting to like full on do like a good hairdo, which most of the time my hairdos are curled and just basic curls. And by the way, I always do my curls with my straightener. I don't have a curling iron or a curling wand. I did buy this, but I haven't used it yet. It is this thing was like $100 or 20. I think, yeah, I bought it for 20. It is, if I can even find a brand name, which doesn't even have a brand name on it, but oh, it's Conair. And it's the wavy thingy. I haven't even used it yet. This one doesn't have like a temp setting. It just is on and off, and that's it. And it's tiny, and my hair's longer. And if I'm gonna use one of these, it's gonna be a bigger one. Which I bought this when my hair was shorter. And even then I didn't use it. I think I tried to use it, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna be lazy and not do my hair. Whenever it comes to like washing my hair and stuff, with my hair being the way it is, like how dead it is, I have to use Garnier Fructis or like whatever professional stuff you can use for like damaged hair, but I'm broke, so I stick to Garnier Fructis. I just recently got a few different hair treatments off of Amazon. Most of my stuff comes from Amazon, by the way, because they don't have a lot of stuff here. These are the two hair treatments that I use. This is a Heal and Hydrate. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Something Moisture Shea Butter Hair Mask for dry damaged hair. I haven't used this one yet. It's supposed to soften and quench and repair your hair. It's creamy shea butter, rich coconut oil, and pure macadamia oil with silicone free. That is what, I haven't tried that yet, but I need to. And this is what I've been using. Like, I've used it twice and it's almost gone. This is the L'Oreal LV Total Repair 5 Damage Erasing Balm. Almond plus protein plus ceramide. I think that's how you say it. It's the system repairs up to 1 year of damage to hair smoothness in one use. And this is what I usually use, and it kind of made my hair feel more dead, or like hay. I'm not sure if there's any other way I can explain it. Only whenever it was dry, but whenever I was using it, because this stuff you can use when your hair's dry as a leave-in treatment, or you can do it when you're like use it kind of like as a deep conditioner or whatever, and that's what I usually do. Haven't tried it with dry hair yet. But when I wash my hair with it, like as I'm washing it out, my hair feels as soft as can be, and then my hair dries completely and my hair feels dead. Which, dyeing my hair, because I think I was like a dark brown And then I went from that to, she bleached it, did the roots black, and then she put like a teal turquoise color in my hair. And then I went from that to this, which this is literally just what was underneath, like all the bleach. I haven't put anything else in it since I put the blue in it. So yeah, my hair was as healthy as it was, and it went from healthy as can be to dead. And what was funny about it was when they were washing my hair out, the woman that was washing my hair was talking to, I'm guessing, the owner of the salon, and was talking about how healthy my hair felt, even though we had bleached it, and my hair felt as healthy as can be that entire day, even after my hair was done. After my hair was done and styled, it felt as healthy as can be. And then as soon as I washed it that same day, the next day when my hair dried, my hair, that feeling that you get when you still got the bleach in your hair and you like find like a tiny strand and you like pull it and you can just feel like it's stretchy, and yeah, that's how it felt every time I would wash it. Unless I would wash it with something like Garnier Fructis or something like that, and it only felt like that. I'd have to use hair masks or use Garnier Fructis for it to actually not make my hair feel like that. But I'm wanting to dye it again soon, but at the same time I'm not. But if I do, it's just I'm gonna be staying at blonde, just a different color blonde, and then probably fixing my roots, because as much as I like the dark roots, I kind of want them fixed because my hair has grown out so much just in the last 2 months since I had my hair done, and my roots were completely black. Like, now they're brown. There is no black left in my roots at all. And my roots were black from like right here, and like this was blonde. So my natural hair has grown that much just in 2 months, and yeah, that's surprising. I'm wanting to go or stay around blonde. When I was younger, I wasn't able to dye my hair blonde because it made me look washed out and it just did not look good on me. And as soon as my blue faded, I was going to re-dye it and take it back dark. But then I was like, okay, well, I'm getting kind of used to this, and the blonde looks good. Plus, my husband likes it, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. And now I'm like, okay, well, I got my hair done like ashy blonde / ashy brown back right before I found out I was pregnant, and that looked really good on me. So I'm like, okay, well, now I kind of want to go back to that, but kind of want to keep my roots dark as well. So I might do that soon. I'm just kind of debating on it, if I want to do it for sure or not. But at the same time, I'm also wanting to convince my husband to take about a week of leave and us go and explore Korea, since we're back up to Bravo, and probably not going to be at Bravo long, considering we weren't last time. And people don't know how to, be smart and not go places they're not supposed to, or that kind of stuff. So I want to go and explore while we can. During the weekends, it's kind of hard to explore. With us only having Saturday and Sunday, and yeah, it's kind of hard to go and actually do stuff. So maybe taking a week off of leave will help. I know there's a few hiking trails and I want to go to that before it gets cold, because when it's cold here, it's cold. Like, it gets like in the 20s, in the teens when it's cold here. And I can't deal with cold. So I'd much prefer the heat. I'm just glad that my entire pregnancy that I was here for like maybe 4 months. But yeah, we were here for 4 months before I had my son, and it was cold as all get out when we first got here. So most of the time, most of the rest of my pregnancy after we got here, it was cold. And I'd much rather deal with pregnancy during the winter than during the summer, because I already stay hot enough as it is when I'm pregnant. So yeah, during the summer, being pregnant, not for me. I think I put up most of the hair that I was supposed to be leaving down to straighten, that I hadn't already straightened, but there's some that I left down. I do gotta say I miss my dark hair, but I'm still kind of really liking this blonde hair, especially with the dark roots. It suits me more than straight blonde hair. So I do my hair most time in 3 layers. This would have been, yeah, this is 3 layers right here. When I get to this part, I kind of swipe my bangs over to the opposite side of where I wear them, and I do everything else other than my bangs. I don't know, I don't just like take the straightener and run it over my bangs when I do my bangs. I do like a certain thing to them whenever I do straighten them. So that's why I kind of sweep them over. And I'm trying, on top of the whole straightening and stuff, I'm trying to train my hair to go the way that I want it without me having to like actually train it. But I mean, when it comes to training your hair, it takes a while to do so, and I've been training my hair back and forth since I was like 16, 15. So I've been on and off doing that. And when I straightened my hair before, I used to like kind of dip the straightener in like that and kind of curl the ends just a little bit. But I mean, I just stopped for some reason. Yeah, I have to go over like one spot in my hair for like 10 times until I get it as straight as I want it, because I'm that much of a perfectionist, and one day that's gonna bite me in the ass and I'm probably gonna burn my hair off. But it'll just give me a reason to shave my head and give my husband a reason to not, you know, tell me no. And that's the only reason. That's all that. And then I look so much like my dad. Like if I was to shave my head, I'd look just like him without the facial hair and the green eyes. So that's another reason that I'm not doing it. But maybe if I had a reason to do it, like, you know, burning my hair off, I wouldn't hesitate to do it. I'd love to shave it and just restart all over again. Like, my hair be completely healthy and like figure out exactly what my natural color is without having to strip all the color out of my hair and damage it even more. Because it got to the point to where I was like telling my husband that I was gonna shave my head, and I was looking at wigs because I was just gonna wear wigs all the time. And he was like, okay, well, as long as you wear wigs. I'm like, I understand you don't want me to look like my dad. It doesn't mean you don't, not really, he doesn't want me to look like my dad. It's more so that, you know, being married to someone who looks like their dad already is big. But if they're wanting to shape their head to look more so like their dad, yeah. completely understand where he's coming from. But every time I bring up shaving my head, he's like, but why? And I'm like, because my hair's dry and damaged and dead. If I was to shave it, I had to be able to restart and grow it all to grow back healthy and back my natural, which is what he's wanting me to do. And then at the end, he's like, yeah, no, I don't want you to look like your dad to the point to where, like, y'all are spitting images of each other, because we're already spitting images of each other. Just, I'm a female and he's a male. He's bald, I'm not. But that and then shaving your head is just a drastic decision in the first place. So, it's, some people it's a hard decision to make. Me, it is a very hard decision to make. Okay, so what I do with this, I brush it out, and then the way I part my hair, not exactly the way I part it. I don't part it through the middle. There you go. And my part is not perfect, never has been. But what I do, I brush my bangs out, make sure I got all of my bangs, and I brush them to the side, and then I go and straighten this side, which for some reason, the top layer of my hair is the most hardest part of my hair to straighten and get the way that I want for some reason. Like, no matter how I do it, how many layers I put my hair into, the top layer is always the hardest. I'm actually wanting to get a cosmetology certificate for hair, not only hair, but also nails, and at some point makeup. I love doing hair. Like, I haven't tried like doing acrylic or anything to nails, but I absolutely love painting nails. And I don't like feet, but I'd be okay with doing like pedicures and stuff. Mostly because of the painting. Like, my mom's always, ever since I was little, I'd always loved painting nails, and I was always painting her nails or her toenails. And I hate painting my own. I used to be so good at doing my own toenails and my fingernails, but it's like the older I get, the more I suck at. I do other people's nails really good though. But that's actually what I want to do. I'm wanting to get my general studies associate's degree in college, and then taking, when I can find somewhere good to go, to take some cosmetology courses and get my certificate for all that. But I'm wanting to learn how to dye hair and cut hair, and not just females. My husband, of course, being in the military, has to have a certain haircut, or certain types of haircuts. So he's always telling me, you should go and watch YouTube videos and figure out how to do fades or like men's haircuts. It's not that hard. Don't tell me that. I don't know how to cut hair. I can't just watch a video and be like, oh, okay, I know exactly what to do. So yeah, that's not how I work. I have to actually learn how to do that kind of stuff. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not about to watch YouTube videos to figure out. I've tried watching YouTube videos on how to do makeup. Or I think the only thing I've ever learned how to do on YouTube is a fishtail braid. And I've always been told, oh, fishtail braids are so hard. No, they're not. They're really not. Like, it's so easy. You literally just take a ponytail and be like, you have one piece from right here, or one piece from right here, and then you literally just, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. But it's like a French braid, kind of. I literally sat there, watched it, and was doing it to my sister's hair while I was watching it. My only issue is getting it tight, because I like, whenever it comes to braids, I like my braids tight. But this is what I do with my bangs when I straighten my bangs. It gives them like a little bit of volume. I literally like run the straightener up against my head. And then gives it volume. Oh, I see some. I don't know if that's my part or what, but brush it out. And it looks like I just run the straightener over it when we brush them out, but then you pump it up a little bit and boom, volume. And I do the same thing. The way my hair is done like this, the reason my hair is done like this is because I got bangs while I was pregnant, and the woman that did them kind of messed them up a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot. So my bangs are a lot shorter than the rest of my hair, and I hate it. I'm so ready for my bangs to be even with my hair. And when I missed a spot, I hate that little spot in the back of my head. That's the spot that I always miss. And I think I just fixed it. I sure did. And it puts a lot of volume in my hair, and I have to have volume in my hair. I have to. Normally there's not a lot, like this much volume in this part, but so what I do most of the time with this side is I put it behind my ear, and then, which there's a lot more volume in my bangs and stuff right now than there usually is, but my hair is so damaged and dry. I'm so ready for it to be healthy again. But this is my basic go-to when I wear makeup and actually do something with my hair. I will probably do a video tomorrow of me curling my hair or using that little wave maker. I'm gonna try to get at least 2 videos done a week, maybe one every day. Just depends on if I get the time. Which I'll probably only have time during the weekdays with my husband at work. The only reason I have time right now is because my husband's playing video games, like always. But my basics. I'm gonna do a little bit of practicing before I get my video in tomorrow with makeup and see if I can do any different types of color schemes and that kind of stuff. But makeup and hair done. Hope you guys liked it. Subscribe and like my channel. Thanks.